Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Drills him with the stiff arm. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's live. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They
breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise in the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Cuevas. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Buys a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chain.
Oh, he's got some space. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebridge, one of the all-time great names in college football history? Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he puts through the extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give. Finds a little space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run it from the gun. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban Field on 3rd down. The give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. He's at the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown tie. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Pauly. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Using his legs, it's Love. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. He
breaks into the open. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. In a world of trouble from the start and a massive loss on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And some room to work. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the...
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Sure hands, it's Bernard. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Quarterback moving. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Alabama! A great catch and run for 6.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. He's past the 30. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Irish fans know very well this type of all-purpose back. He's got a chance to have a huge day and put himself among the Irish legends.
And how nice is it to have a guy that you can feature, and you can throw it to him, you can hand it to him, and you know big plays are coming. Notre Dame's going to continue to find this guy because he continues to put up huge numbers.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this off.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Fires left. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Nah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll bring it out. It's Pauly. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The inside handoff. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. He is threatening to run his way into the Irish annals like Julius Jones did against Pitt and Navy, or maybe rolling like the bus, Jerome Bettis. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Here they're trying to get to the edge. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. There he goes! They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the option. He'll toss it, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Simpson. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
And, man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out, let your receiver make the play, but just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the defense, 23 seconds left on the clock.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Absolutely perfect. Crimson Tide had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Price. Grab near the sticks. It's Carr. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown Irish! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Snowed under by the defense. Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention